Full disclosure, I'm not a drummer, but this is Worship Leader Hangout, and I am a worship leader that can kind of play drums, but I also know what I like to hear and what I like to accomplish in our worship sets. So is this kit, this DWE, fully electric yet also fully acoustic kit, right for your church? Possibly, I don't know, but with our test, there may only be like one type of church setting that the DWE will actually work in or work best in, but we'll get to that. Because you clicked on this video, you're either in the market for an electric drum set for your church, or you're just kind of interested in where the technology is going with electric drum sets. I mean, look at this thing. It looks like a real drum set. That's because it is a real drum set. It's a completely normal kit that can be played as a pure maple acoustic drum set, but it also is a fully wireless electric drum set. See, there are absolutely no wires anywhere, yet it works. Uh-oh, that's gonna come into play. We'll talk about that. It looks incredible. That's because it's a real DW kit with a 5000 series hardware pack. So you can't go wrong with that, but the cymbals just kind of look funny. They also sound funny too, check this out. Now, of course, you can make that sound exactly the way you want to, but what you can't change is that. Cymbal like rolls, you know. Swell.
Yeah, I'm worried about how swell's gonna sound on this. It's gonna sound like you're like.
Somebody let him in.
Thank you, Caleb.
Let him in. He's knocking for days.
Pastor Mark's gonna be like. All right, guys, we're good. Thank you.
Guys, just leave, please.
Spirit left when the plastic came in.
No.
You know, let's
let Caleb.
we're not going to knock it because we don't even have it set up to hear it. So, DW.
It's something.
We're just messing around.
DW, we're sorry.
From our drummer's time on the kit, he says when he hits the head, it actually feels pretty close to hitting like a real head, except for, and the kick too. The kick feels really good. For the most part, it sounds great because you're using the DW app, the SoundWorks app, that you can configure each drum and cymbal to sound exactly the way you want it to. You can even pick like different drums from different sets for each one of your drums if you really want to, and mix and match to your heart's desire. Actually, take a listen to what we recorded. I had Caleb play with a couple songs, and this is just raw, straight recorded as MIDI to Logic. Check this out. However, the live sound of this kit, when not listening to the generated sound from the computer, is a little bit interesting, to say the least.
You're playing it pretty good.
So when played normally, the cymbals make a loud kind of clunking sound. So you hear the cymbal, this in the house, but listen to that clunk. I don't know. This one kind of sounds like a cowbell when you get it going. Now, it has been suggested to me to use real cymbals with these shells set up as the DWE electric kit. If I were to pick these shells, if this was the route that we were gonna go with our sound, with our drums, I would definitely use real cymbals, personally. I would probably even have to put either the baffles or a drum shield around it, because in our church size, even cymbals can get a bit too loud when played, you know, at a normal strength, if you will. And because of our church size, this is our church, it kind of looks big-ish on camera, but it's still not big enough to hide that sound. Maybe not even behind a shield. So yeah, real cymbals would be the way to go. Okay, let's talk. Is this kit right for your church? Well, with our limited time and experience with this kit, probably not. But there are gonna be people out there that want complete control over their drum kit because they just don't quite understand the drum world, if you will, in my opinion. This is all my opinion. It's my video. I'm entitled to my own opinion. But no, for real. There are people out there that are like, I just want to be able to turn the drums off when we're done, so that way it don't make no more noise. But you're still gonna have to deal with that cymbal sound. And if you do decide to go with real cymbals, then you're still gonna have that. So there's always gonna be a challenge. I do love the way you can make it sound though, and that's really cool. And I love the way it looks, and that's even better, because electric drum kits just look dumb sometimes. And this doesn't at all, because it looks like a normal kit. Here's some other reasons why I don't think it will work for your church. The money. The full bundle is $9,000. I didn't even check to see what just the shells were, but $9,000 for this. That's a lot of money. For my church, we run about 200 people, maybe a little less. That would not work. For churches smaller than 200, definitely would not work. Unless just somebody wanted to donate 10 grand just to drums, which would be kind of crazy. And not to mention the smaller worship spaces with churches that run 200 or less, they're not gonna be able to handle these kind of cymbals. I mean, that's just the way it is. You would think an electric kit would be the way to go for a tiny church because you can control that sound. But in also my experience, a lot of these smaller churches just don't put a lot into having great sound. So then you run into the issue of, okay, I got crap sound. If I have a great drum set, maybe it's an awesome electric kit like the DWE, coming through a terrible system, it's still not gonna sound good. You'd still be better off with a smaller acoustic kit. That may be a little bit loud, but that's fine. And if the small church does have good sound, simple. Once again, gotta mention those cymbals. That disqualifies it for me for most church settings. Now, churches 300 or more, and we're talking like, or more, we're way up there, especially the big ones. They could probably handle a kit like this for this sound. However, what you're gonna see is that they're gonna say, oh, 9 grand? We might as well just buy the best acoustic kit we can get, mic it with perfection, or to perfection. And you know, if I need cymbal baffles, you know, those big clear circles that go in front of the cymbals, or just a simple drum shield, we'll do that. But most of the bigger churches, they don't even use any of that. So why do they need an electric kit? Because they have the money to buy the kit they want, and they have the money to buy the mics and the other infrastructure to make it sound incredible. So I guess I'm just confused. I don't know that any church really needs it, unless you just want to be able to control the sound. What would make it better for the church? Rubber cymbals, maybe? I don't know. Does anybody still use those Zildjian ones that are like much lighter with holes in them? I haven't seen those in a while anyway, but something like that might be kind of cool. Well, I've never done a video about a drum set. And I've definitely never done a video where I said, this piece of gear is not for your church. If I bought this or if they gave it to me right now, I would turn it into an acoustic kit. It would replace what we have in there immediately. Would just do it because the kit, I mean, the hardware is robust and awesome, just like DW does. It looks really cool. As far as the kit itself, amazing. DW, you've been great to work with. Thank you for sending it out. I'm sure it's gonna sell well for that perfect spot, wherever it may be. And if it does end up in churches, I wanna see, like if you know of a church that uses this kind of thing, like this exact kit, tell me. I wanna see how you do it, how you run it. That would be interesting. All right, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope this helps you make a decision if you're looking at this kit, like seriously. Remember, great worship leaders are always learning, and this is another thing I'm just having to learn. Where's it gonna go from here?